in the International Online 4-day Faculty Development Program on Data Science Prerequisites conducted by the Department of Computer Applications. Due to unavoidable reasons, our guest has been changed. Today's topic is natural language processing. The International Online 4-day Faculty Development Program on Data Science Prerequisites conducted by the Department of Computer Applications. Now it's time to introduce our chief guest. I invite Mrs. V. Vandana ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Applications, to deliver the chief guest address.
A pleasant morning and warm welcome to everyone. I feel really great to introduce our guest of honor today, Mrs. Sreemathi Ramakrishnan. She has completed her Bachelor of Science in Computer Science in Madurai Kamaraj University in the year 2005. And then she completed her MCA degree in the year 2008 in SFR College for Women, Sivakasi. She got her 11 years of experience in various phases of SDLC, requirement analysis, design, development, testing, integration, UAT, and implementation. She also has good software design abilities, including AWS, Hadoop, and Java design patterns, as well as module-level design and architecture. She is well concerned about the Agile methodology. She has significant experience in healthcare, pharma, and telecom industry, and has worked in various technology consulting assignments. She has working experience on various Amazon Web Services like EMR, EC2, S3, Glue, Redshift, RDS, IAM, Kalfa, streaming with Spark Scala. We, the Department of Computer Applications, feels really proud to say that she's our MCA alumni. And also, we feel very happy to have such an eminent personality as our chief guest. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Participants, please fill your attendance link and feedback link so that you will receive the link to the next day session to your mail ID. Now I hand over the session to our chief guest.
Hi, good morning all. I hope everyone can see my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
To start with today, what is natural language processing? Whatever computer speaks is of ones and zeros. What we speak, the humans speak, is of different languages. That is called natural language. So what we are going to do now is we will teach the computer how to understand human language. So that is why natural language processing is involved.
My voice is not clear, ma'am.
Oh, my voice is not clear. Am I fine now?
Sreemathi, whether you are sharing your PPT?
Yes, ma'am.
PPT is not visible, ma.
Yeah, just a minute. Is my screen visible now, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
My voice is audible? Or
Yes.
clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So, what is natural language processing? The processing of human language in a machine is called natural language processing. Whatever we speak is the natural language. We are going to make the machine understand what we speak. So today I'm going to walk you through a small use case where in industry many are facing nowadays. We are getting requests for proposal left and right for the business team. Now the business team is in a critical bottleneck situation to read all the requests for proposals and come up with the solution. Whom to reach? what is the solution that is being spoken in the request for proposal? What is the request that is being asked there? Okay, so this is how, what is the request for proposal is like, they are proposing some request that needs a company to come and take up that problem and solve it for them. They may come up with some solution also. They may come up with some price, everything. So that is a request for proposal. It may be a PDF, it may be a text file, it may be a pages of documents. So there should be someone to go through the document from top to end and understand what the content is and come up with the solution. When you have n number of documents, who is going to read it? Who is going to come up with a conclusion? It's a time-taking one. So that is where we wanted NLP to do the request for proposal analysis in the organization. So this is, I'm going to walk through a simple solution in Python. So first, let me walk you through the NLP. NLP in Python, there is a library called NLTK, Simple Natural Language Toolkit. So what it does? First, when you send a whole document, how the document will be treated. The document is full of pages with paragraphs, sentences, and images. As of now, we are going to skip the images. We are going to stick with the paragraphs and sentences. All the paragraphs and sentences are taken in. That is called getting anonymous from WordNet. We are going to use one more, and under NLTK, there is one more library called WordNet, which will help us to tokenize the paragraphs into a bag of words, and from the bag of words, we are going to derive what the content is. So these will be the basic NLP tasks in whatever language we are going to write. So today with Python, this is the library we are going to use. This is the libraries that we are going to import. So this will be our use case. To review the draft RFPs using NLP, Python NLP libraries, and based on the content, we are going to identify what is the platform, what is the services, and who will be the relevant partners or leaders that the business people can go and reach out. The solution, what I took the path is like, we are going to use Python Kivy tool. Kivy is one more tool where it is used for web application development, or the same application can be used for mobile app development as well. It is a cross-platform. So the tool is going to take the inputs as docs, PDFs, text formats. And what it is going to yield out is platforms and services and recommended point of contact. So as I said earlier, what is natural language processing? It is a branch of artificial intelligence that helps computer to understand, interpret, and manipulate the human language. And it is highly unstructured data source. It can process highly unstructured data source. There are two types of data source. One is structured and another one is unstructured. The structured is what we see as the database columns, rows and columns, which has been a data can be put into something that is called structured data. Unstructured data is like flow of data which cannot fit anywhere. So that is called unstructured data. So why we are going to use Python? Because Python, when compared to R, it comes with an extensive collection of NLP. Whereas R programming has all the libraries relevant to the medical field. Whereas Python has the commercial libraries as well in it. So the provided libraries that can handle NLP tasks are tokenization, stop word removal, lemmatization, document classification, topic modeling, so on. The other things could be semantic analysis, summarization, and this could be integrated with any other languages. Just a connector kind of, and we can import the Python scripts and we can use it off. And this Kivy library is one of the open source Python framework for rapid application development. And you can create this application in any of the platforms. Windows, Linux, be it Android or iOS. It's a very much media-rich application we can create through Kivy. So this will be our use case. We are going to come up with a custom tool to process unstructured data in the form of doc, PDF, text files, and perform NLP tasks like tokenization, top word removal, lemmatization, terminology extraction, topic modeling, document classification. The scope will be like we will be responsible for the input and output, but not the storage of the records. We are not going into the database details. The input will be normal text, which we consider it as unstructured form. It could be a PDF, doc, or text. I'm not going to do anything with the images. Even images can be processed in NLP, but I'm not going to do that today. Identify the platforms and services and suggest the leaders to contact. What is the platform? What has been discussed inside the document? Those things we are going to retrieve. Out of scope will be the database storage. So yeah, this is what our use case will look like. So the first, to start with this data gathering, we are going to get the request for proposal documents, be it a document, PDF, or text. How we are going to do it? The pre-processing and cleansing work, what it is. First, we are going to remove the stop word removal. What is a stop word? And, but, which doesn't have any meaning when if it is not spoken out loud. And tokenization. We are going to extract words out of the whole paragraphs. And terminology extraction. We are going to extract the meaningful terminologies out of the bag of words. Then we are going to identify what is the topic that is being discussed, and we are going to classify it. And then lemmatization. Lemmatization is nothing but deriving at a particular root word. Say waiting, weighted, weights. Everything has the root word weight. So that is called lemmatization. We are going to derive the root word. So we can iterate the 6 steps n number of times as long as we think we are getting the proper result or the expected result. The result will be the platforms and the contact. So the tasks that is discussed are text cleaning. The text cleaning can be done with regular expressions. Say /w, remove the spaces, unwanted spaces, remove the tabs, and split it. And tokenization. Here the library that I used is NLTK provided tokenize, word tokenize. What it does is it takes the input as a whole paragraph, tokenizes into smaller parts like words. It gives you back a string of words. The string of words is nothing but bag of tokens. Stop word removal. From the bag of tokens, we are going to remove the stop words. For that, we are going to use the library corpus stop words. The other libraries available are from Spacey. The terminology extraction. Here, I'm going to use the basic way of getting the terminology. That is the counter. I'm going to count each word. Whatever has the highest number of repetition, I'm going to consider that as the terminologies that is spoken most inside. There could be some few words which could be missed out, which would be used once, but it will be an important word in the document. So those things can be collected through count vectorization. It's another library from in Python that is called sklearn. And lemmatization. Here I'm going to use the library WordNet Lemmatizer. And the other available are Spacey and TextBlob. Then topic modeling. What is topic modeling? How to identify what is the topic inside the document? See, when you get a document, from the heading we will come to know, okay, this could be something related to this, but what it is, what is properly spoken inside. The machine should know the list of topics that the document can be arrived at. We should teach the machine. See, there are 50 topics. Identify this particular document, where it fits into the 50 of the topics. So the computer will be taught with first 50 topics. Among the 50 topics, we are going to iterate and find where our document fits in. Then comes the document classification. How we are going to classify the document. Here, this document classification and topic modeling will have a hairline difference. Very small difference. When you teach a computer of a number of topics and ask where my document fits in, it is called document classification. I'm going to classify what my document is. But topic modeling is the way we are teaching the computer. So I thought of coming up with a demo, but due to my system, there is graphics driver problem. So no problem, we will go with the basics of Python. We'll go with basics of Python, like where to write the code, how to import a library for a Python. Like that, let's go ahead. So this will be our Anaconda prompt where we can install Python libraries. How to install Python libraries? Followed by install, give the library name, NLTK. Since it is already installed, it will say, yeah, it is already present in your system. This is a very simple command to install the libraries. So this is how we will be installing the libraries for Python. There is another way of installing it. That is called Jupyter Workbook. Jupyter Workbook is a small, for modularized code, we can write a line of codes and then we can integrate with our other systems, like say import it will be executed cell by cell. It's success. We are able to import the library. Once it is installed via the pip command, we can import it in the Jupyter Workbook. Just a minute, I'll want to go through master. I guess everyone can see my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Here I have imported the NLTK library and the WordNet library in it. These are the small methods that I have written in the Python code which is called getLemma. It's an inbuilt method called Marfi. So what this does, it takes the input tokens from the tokenizer. From the tokens, I'm going to run the lemmatizer to derive to the root word. And these are the topics that I am feeding the machine. So after feeding the topics to the machine, I'm making a dictionary out of it. So this is how I'm teaching the machine. These are the topics. Go ahead with it. This will be my bag of words that I am going to run against the topic to derive what is the topic that is spoken in the document. So this is what lemmatization model. I'm passing the dictionary. I'm passing the corpus. That is my bag of words, which will give me in return the topic that is been discussed in the document. I can run this and show you, but yeah, give me a minute. I'll run this and show you. The Kivy tool. The Kivy tool, it's very simple in writing the front ends in Kivy. So this is how a front end will look like. Front end code will look like in Kivy tool. That's a screen management where we are going to say there is only two pages present. One is the home page and another is the partner page. In the home page, how we are going to do the layout. Name the name the page, and I'm going to use a box layout as we have seen in many of the Java codings. There will be box layout. When we say of the front end design, we'll say a grid layout, box layout, float. So here I'm going to use a box layout where I'm going to just stick to vertical and horizontal alignment. So in the box layout, what I'm coming up with is like, first I'm going through vertical. In that vertical way, first cell, I'm going to define it as an empty label. Then I'm going to coming up with the header, NLP spotter for RFPs. So this is how there will be a input text and a button. So when I press the button, what action should I perform? This is how we are going to defining an action. It's very simple as it is. On underscore press, on underscore hover over, everything we can give it like this. So this will be a method that I'm defining it in the master Python script. So the next page will be my partner page, where again I'm just going to display the leaders list, who all will be there. What is the derived value? To start with, let me open a read a document or say a PDF. I'll run it in Jupyter for now. This is how it's a simple assignment statement. This won't execute anything, it just assigns the file name. No idea where I stored this. So open off reads the document and gives you the content in it.
Which class?
This will be the content of this particular file. We have written very few lines of code. See, we are assigning it, we are opening it with open, and f.read gives you the result. Similarly, we can read the PDF, but I should locate a PDF for it. Character image, oh my goodness. So I have written a different set of methods, each one to read a different files. This will be reading the text file, and this will be for PDF. How we are identifying whether it is a PDF or a text file? When you say just open off, it reads you all the files. But when you specify the method of reading it, it will give you the method, the document which it is reading of. See, if it is a f.read, it will be reading everything as a .txt file. When you are going to use a specific library to read the file, there it will make the difference. Here I'm just reading the PDF through PyPDF library, and I'm getting the first page. When you say extract text, it gives you all the lines of text that is present in the document. From this lines of text, what I'm going to do, this reads the doc file. So I'm using a docs docs library to read the document. This is how the variation is. Yeah. Based on the input, based on the extension of the file, I'm locating the I'm identifying which method to invoke. If the extension is .txt, then this method will be invoked. If the extension is .pdf, then read PDF will be invoked. If the extension is .dox, then read dox can be invoked. This I'm using lambda method to identify the method. These are the key features of Python. So the result of this main method will be paragraphs. text in the form of paragraphs. So from the Kivy file, we saw a method called onPress OpenOff. That OpenOff opens the file, returning you the paragraph of text. And where the tokenization happens. I just want to show where the tokenization happens. Master. Just give me 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. For web scraping, we use a beautiful soup. So it's a different use case. But here I can show you how the words are iterated and the stop word removal and such things I can show you here. So these are the regular expressions which can be used to remove the punctuation, special characters, numbers, and they have used Panda library. Panda is one another library in Python which is used for uh, uh, table of contents. When you want things in table of contents, then Panda library and data frame comes into picture. So here we are. This is yet another use case where they have used count to derive the data. what else I need to save? So, yeah. Let me go back to my use case. So these are the basic tasks covered in NLP, and the others will be like semantic analysis and summarization. Yeah, I'm done. Anyone having questions? I'm open for questions. Hello? Ma'am, I'm done with the presentation. If anyone has questions, I'm open to it.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Sreemathi,
I can hear you, ma'am.
are you continuing?
No, ma'am, I'm done with the presentation.
You are concluding the presentation.
Yes, ma'am. I'm open for questions.
Hello, thank you, ma'am, for your presentation. I need a query that how NLP can be used for big data. Hello?
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
you hear me, ma'am?
Yeah, I can hear you, ma'am.
How NLP can be used for big data, whether it's possible.
Yes, ma'am. When you are doing data injection in big data, that is when you want to bring data from different sources into the big data ecosystem, NLP will be helpful in reading the patient document, for example, the handwritten prescription of the doctor, or the medical report, the blood report, the scan report. Those things can be processed through NLP and can be injected into big data ecosystem so that we can do the further analysis. It could be present for broader person.
Whether NLP is being related to artificial intelligence, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. It's a branch of AI, ma'am.
So what type of security we can able to insist in big data using NLP, ma'am? Can we secure the data using NLP?
No, ma'am. Security, we need third-party systems to secure our data, ma'am. NLP just process the content of the human spoken languages. Then example is our Alexa, the Google Doc, whatever comes now. Wherever we ask question, it replies back. So
Whether there are any software tools, ma'am, for processing NLP other than Python?
Yes, ma'am. The other languages will be R. There are so many services provided by AWS and Azure to do the same NLP processings.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Participants, have you any queries? Kindly type in the chat box.
Or if they need any help, they can mail me in my personal mail ID also, ma'am. I'll reply back.
Can you show the mail ID to them so that it will be convenient for them to post any queries?
My personal mail ID will be sreemathimca@gmail.com. If it is related to Python, R programming, AWS, you can please contact me. If you need any project kind of help, anything, I can help you through.
A participant from the FDP, Hema Kalai, asked how the data will be secured and what techniques will be used, ma'am.
Ma'am, data security doesn't come under NLP, ma'am. Data security, we should go with a different one, different third parties things. When you are putting the data into a big ecosystem, say we are going into big data, when the data is injected, only then we can secure it. On the fly, I'm not sure whether how we can secure data when doing the processing.
There is any latest algorithm in clustering for text context, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. The libraries, sklearn, Spacey, NLTK, or the libraries, algorithms, all are open source.
Dr. Isaki had asked, what are the main challenges of NLP? Whether there are any issues and challenges regarding NLP, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. All industries come with challenges, right? So NLP also has challenges. So when I say we should go n number of iterations doing the pre-processing and cleansing, it's again a assumption that we are getting the proper result. As long as we are not sure, we are not sure that result is correct, we won't use the tool at all. So that is the biggest challenge. How many number of iterations to do? It's one of the challenge.
Whether we need to have any data retention schedule, ma'am, to keep the data. To retain, whether you need any schedule to keep, or we can able to store it in the library. That will be enough.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. You're asking about data retention.
How we can able to retain, how long we can able to retain the data. So whether it is
it depends on the storage, where you are going to store it. If you say this Python, then it is on the fly. When you close the browser, it goes off. When you say it is a database, it is up to us. Till we purge it, it is present for us.
So if we need to have a long time, we have to maintain in a library or in a data storage, or we can able to make use of a cloud. Okay.
Yeah, we can go with cloud.
Thank you, ma'am. Very kind of you in the needy session today. The participants have gained a lot using your demonstrations and your practical exposure, and how you can able to carry out the processing using natural language and Python. Very kind of you, ma'am. Let us meet you in the tomorrow's session with the data analysis and visualization. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your kind, informative talk.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye.
Gopika, can we wind up?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Participants, make sure you have filled your feedback form so that you will receive the link to the next day session to your mail ID. Thank you.
Thank you.